Hey folks, have you ever wondered why the world is the way it is? Have you ever asked yourself these questions? Why is it that one country does good and another country doesn't do good? Have you ever wondered why there is corruption in the world, especially with politicians? And have you ever wondered why there are certain countries on earth where the educational system is pretty top notch, and then in another country who is supposed to be one of the greatest countries on earth, or the Western countries, their education is not meant to actually create positively and upright thinking human beings? Hey folks, John here. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to This World My Take, where the headlines meets real talk. How you guys doing, folks? It's Wednesday. It's a beautiful day out here. I hope that you are putting your right foot first and you're having the greatest week of your life. God bless you, folks. Before we start talking about the educational system and how the political system is rigged against the average person, I would like you to please think about supporting the platform. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and turn on your notifications so that whenever I do drop something, you'll be the first to get notified. Now, folks, let's not waste a whole lot of time. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this. So, as I've been over the world. I've been to over 21 countries on earth. And one of the most important things that I always take back whenever I come back to the US is the aspect of social life and the way each country I've been to is set up. Now, some of you who might not have gone out of America, of course, the typical right-wing American who has not traveled far and wide would not really understand, would not even see any differences. Of course, they'll only be like, I'm patriotic. America is the best. America is number one. We have the best and everything on earth and so on and so forth. That is just the way this guy has been programmed to think. Now, folks, while we watch the constant dismantling of democracy in America, the constant dismantling of the global, economy by Donald J. Trump and his ideology, which is not just in America, folks. If you go to Europe, you have people with these kind of ideologies that it's just us. We are the superior race. We are supposed to be there. But remember this, these people are just a reflection of how that society have made them be. All these people going around hating on minorities in this country, all of those people going around thinking that they had the God's chosen race on earth. These people were born into a system that has failed them. They were born into systems that have made them continue being and thinking exactly the same way that they are thinking. Whereas, ladies and gentlemen, the real owners of this system sit back and they enrich themselves to the point where even the poor person would give their life to stand and defend these rich political elites. Now, I want us to talk about the great comedian, man, may he so rest in peace, one of the most influential and the most boundary-pushing comedian in modern history. He goes by the name Mr. George Carlin. May he so rest in peace. This man was born in New York. Yes, and then he died in Santa Monica in California. Let me say this. This man's comedy was fun, but this man pushed the boundary so hard that if you were not smart, you would not catch the fact that this man was actually a philosopher. There is a video that I came upon, and I think everything this man said, it was a stand-up in 2025. We are in 2005, sorry folks. We are in 2025, and everything this man said couldn't be truer. I'm not going to talk so much. I want you to watch this.
Politicians have traditionally hidden behind three things: the flag, the Bible, and children. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Man.
Yeah, folks, that was Mr. George, the greatest philosopher of modern history. Yes, he was like a comedian, but this man to me is what we call a sire in intelligence. This guy looks like those people in society that I think Western economists and Western leaders should be listening to. These are the kinds of people that we should be educating our children on, to truly understand how the system is rigged against the average person. He said a whole lot of things there. I'm not going to go out breaking them down. I want you, let's do this, guys. I want you to engage with me down the comment section. I want you to let me know if everything that Mr. George said, is it a lie? Is it what we are witnessing right now in America, especially under Donald J. Trump? Are we seeing these things that this man pointed out to us manifesting in real life? And if that is true for you, I want you to understand this. The system is rigged and the system is made to make you believe that you are important to the top elites, whereas you are not. Folks, this world is complicated, and I will be waiting and I'll be looking forward to reading your comments. Engage with me. Let's have this conversation. And we are going to keep talking about the complicated nature of the world. Wake up, folks. Wake up.